During various interactions with parents in our academy, many of them share, well, my child is great in studies, memorizing, and understanding concepts. We are very happy for his intelligence level. Yes, we find that our children have better and higher IQ now. We are proud of our children. But at the same time, one more point is regularly coming, that in spite of great potential and knowing complete syllabus in studies with all the answers, whenever our children appear for a test or exam, something happens to them. They make small, rather silly mistakes. Sometimes they forget some steps, sometimes in between text, sometimes they write all the steps correctly but miss out final answers, which results in losing scores and ultimately disappointment of making mistakes even in known answers. We also realize that the moment child is out of examination hall, my child recalls everything and is able to point out his or her own mistakes. So what it is about? Is it anxiety and stress of environment of examination hall? I have a question for you and request your input in the comment section for your story. Are our emotions connected with our mental process and impact our cognitive development? Yes, it's valuable to know that neuroscientific studies confirm this, that emotional level responses change our mental responses, and these continuous mental responses determine our neural pathways in a particular way. In short, this not only impacts our overall cognitive process but also the way we steer ourselves in life. After analyzing this, let us analyze ourselves. Let us dive deeper into ourselves and try to find in which emotional state are we keeping our children. All of us as parents want our children to excel in life and be a good human being. Intentions of all parents are undoubtedly good and cannot be questioned. But how we approach our children, how we communicate with them, which in turn creates an emotion in them, is very important to understand. Do we sometimes make our children feel ashamed or guilty that they are not making sufficient efforts? Or do we make them fearful of what all bad can happen to them if they do not do a particular thing or do not go in a particular direction? Or do we sometimes presume about children's careless approach and show anger because of that? Do we feel that our children should achieve what we could not and hence set expectation for them in our own way? In each of such scenarios, do we check whether our children perceive the same intentions with which we communicate and enter right emotional state, or are they entering some other negative emotional state, creating some different perception about their own parents? In this context, I would like to share the story of Ravi with you, who was referred to us by the principal of his school. When this boy was in class 4th, he was one of the top 5 performers. That year, he got sick and could not attend school for a month. He could not manage the pending work, resulting in poor performance in exams. His performance continued going down in subsequent years, and he came to us when he failed in the 7th standard. So you see, it was a play of emotions. Stress coupled with a lack of appreciation resulted in this condition. And you will be surprised to know this, after our joint efforts, this child became the head boy of the school next year. So it's worth repeating again. Each passing emotion creates a passing mental state which becomes lasting neural traits, hence steers our life. In fact, a beautiful and in-depth study by Dr. David R. Hawkins has shown how emotions play an important role in our life, which I will encourage all of you to go through. As per him, emotions and attitude are directly related to consciousness. In simple terms, you can relate consciousness to awareness. Awareness of mind and emotional states are connected over logarithmic scale, remember, not linear scale, which means negative emotions bring down awareness drastically. In other words, expanded awareness and positive states make our minds a lot more capable and productive, and we learn much more. Researchers show that external environment plays a big role in our brain development, which leads to overall physical, mental, and emotional health. In the upcoming episodes, we will be discussing the impact of emotions over children's overall health. We look forward to sharing how to create great learning environment for our children with right set of emotions, and at the same time we also need to discuss with you how to create positive and strong environment within my child to provide him with a protective shield for the world outside. I invite you to participate in this discussion by putting your queries, suggestions, feedbacks and inputs in the comment section, and stay tuned for this very important discussion with us, which we will continue in next episodes.